Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes,
So
sir.
in the last class, we discussed about what all the variables are available in the Postman tool, how to set the environments we have discussed. Okay, so this is done, how to set the environment. Next, how to use the Chrome Dev tool when you're working. Why we use this, we'll discuss now. How to use the Chrome Dev tool. So in the interview, they will ask, hey, how are you going to check the network calls, whether it is triggering or not, when you don't have a Postman tool? So you can tell, okay, you can tell that in the Chrome Dev tool. Okay, I will open the Chrome browser and I will go to any of the applications. For example, if you are testing mamaearth.in, see, when you're doing a testing, it is not HTTPS. Okay, so it will be HTTPS, but it will not be a direct URL. It will be qa.mamaearth.in, like that. There will be a QA URL will be there. So you have to open that QA URL and then you need to right click and then you need to go and inspect. Right click, inspect. Here, after clicking on inspect, you need to go to network and you can see here all the calls are getting triggered. You can perform whatever the activity you want. See here, slowly it is getting triggered one by one. See whatever search I'm making. If you try to click on add to cart, see all the calls are getting triggered. These calls we will check. This is what is a Chrome Dev tool. If anybody asks, or you can clear this and you can check. See all the calls are getting triggered. If you can clear everything, and once again you can perform the activity, it will start triggering one by one calls. You can click here and type something and see calls are getting triggered one by one by one, 200, 204. So these are all network calls. If anybody asks how you use a Chrome Dev tool or why we use Chrome Dev tool, it is for debugging purpose. Chrome Dev tool we use for debugging purpose. Here we will go to Chrome application. So we will open the Chrome browser. There we will open the application, right click, inspect. After inspecting, we need to select the network. There we can see all the network calls to debug whether each and every call is getting triggered or not. So this is a use of Chrome Dev tool. Next, write down heading. How to use the Chrome Dev tool, or why we use Chrome Dev tool. How to use the Chrome Dev tool, or why we use Chrome Dev tool. Why we use a Chrome Dev tool. We use the Chrome Dev tool for the network calls debugging. We use the Chrome Dev tool for the network calls debugging. For the network calls debugging. We'll stop. Next slide. To open the Chrome Dev tool, we will follow the below steps. To open the Chrome Dev tool, we follow the below steps. To open the Chrome Dev tool, we follow the below steps. To open the Chrome Dev tool, we follow the below steps. Point number one. Open the Chrome browser. Open the Chrome browser. Step one. Open the Chrome browser. Second step. Enter the URL of an application. Enter the URL of an application. Third step. Right click on the home page of an application, home page or login page of an application. Right click on the home page or login page of an application and click on inspect. right click on the home page or login page of an application and click on the inspect option or select the inspect option. Select the inspect option. Select the inspect option. Select the inspect option.
Sir, can you repeat once again?
Okay. Right click on the home page or login page of an application and then select the inspect option. And then select the inspect option. Select the inspect option. Next step. Next step. Last step. And then select the network option or click on network option. In the Chrome DevTool, click on the network option. In the Chrome DevTool, click on the network option. There, we will see the list of network calls are getting triggered. There we can find or we can see the list of network calls getting triggered. There we can see the list of network calls getting triggered. There we can see the list of network calls getting triggered. There we can see the list of network calls getting triggered. Completed? Okay, so now come back to the next one. So how to set the environment, what are all the variables we discussed, how to set the environment variables, and then how to use the Chrome Dev tool. Next, how to import and export the collection. Heading, right on, how to import and export the collection. How to import and export the collection. In the Postman tool. Look at here. When you join the company, you will not be joining a fresh project. You will be joining a mid of a project or end of the project. But chances are there, if you're a lucky fellow, you will join beginning of the project, means from scratch application is getting developed. But sometimes you'll join mid of the project, already some features has been developed and has been tested by some test engineer. They have left the job. Because of that, they have hired you to fulfill that role. That person is leaving, and for that role, they are hiring you. So you need to continue the further testing. You need to continue the further testing. So when that employee is leaving, he will give all the data. Means he has tested all the features. So this is a mock API testing collection, and this is the API authorization collection. Look at here, you can see that. Okay, so this is a collection. Now, see, you're seeing run collection. This entire thing is collection. Inside a collection, I have multiple folders. Like this, there are 100 features are there, 100 folders will be there, like login, logout, add to cart, home page, like that. Multiple folders will be there. Each and every folder, there will be multiple requests will be there. So now that person is leaving, so he want to give this APIs, he want to give this collection to you. So what he will do, he will just click on, he will go to this particular collection, click here, there's an option called export. Are you able to see that? Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you need to go to that particular collection. In front of that three dots, view more action, export this. Okay, export. It will ask you where you want to save. I'll just say as of now, say documents. I'll just save it here, documents, mock API testing collection. Okay, save. It is saved. Okay, so that person he has exported. Where it is now? It is present in his documents. So this file he will send it to you in the email or in the Google chat, like this. There will be one Google chat. So there is a one application called here Google Chat. Where is that? Google Chat. Here, chat. Google Chat. If your company is using a Google G Suite, Then you will be discussing in this Google chart. You'll be discussing in this Google chat. For example, I want to send a message to Baswan Gowda. So through this tech training email. So normal message, how you send it to the WhatsApp. Yes, okay, I want to send a new chat, or you already have done a conversation. I can continue here only. I can send a hi. Please send me. I'm a new. So now tech training is a new person has joined a company. I'm sending a message to Baswan Gowda. Hey, hi. Please send me the API collections. I'm sending a message, and that person, he can attach here that file. See here, there's an option here. Upload a file. I want to go here, desktop. Okay, say this is a collection. Where is that? The mock API collection. Open. You can send it like this. Okay, sending. See here. Okay. Send. I have sent. So he will download this. After downloading, what I will do, I want to, because that person has sent it to me. Look at here. So I sent a message to Baswan Gowda. Assume that Baswan Gowda has sent this file to me now. So I will download it. After downloading, what you need to do? You need to import here. Because you are a new employee. Just click on here, import. Okay, you can paste the C URL, means curl URL, or raw text file, or URL. Or you can see here, drop anywhere to import, or say drop anywhere to import, or select a file or folder. Now I want to select folder or file. JSON file. Collection is a JSON file. I'll click here. And you'll see here, yes, this is a mock API, which is present inside a doc. Open this, automatically comes everything. Now it is asking, collection exists, means already present. A collection mock API testing already exists. Would you like to do it? Or you want to import it as a copy, or you want to replace that old as a new? If I say import as a copy, and one more copy gets created. See here, one more copy gets created. Already it is there here. See here, mock API, and one more copy got created. So this is how you need to import. Now understood how to export and how to import the collection to your Postman tool? How many of you understood? Raise your hands. How to import and how to export. I'll give you steps also. Understood? Okay, now I'll give you steps. Heading right up. How to import and export the collection in the Postman tool. Collection in the Postman tool. Okay, now first heading. How to export. Under that, point number 1, how to export. Step 1, under that, go to the collection, particular collection. Step 1, go to the particular collection in the Postman tool. Go to the particular collection in the Postman tool. Continuation. Come on. Click on view more actions. Click on view more actions. Click on view more actions. Second step. Now second step. Click on export. 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 And then export. Next step. Step 3. Click on export. Step 3. Export the collection. Export the collection. Step 4. Save the JSON file in the required folder. Save the JSON file in the required folder. Save the JSON file in the required folder. The required folder. Okay, done. So this is about export. Next, small heading. How to import the collection to the Postman tool. how to import the collection, how to import the collection to the Postman tool. How to import the Postman to, how to import the collection to the Postman tool. Steps. Point number 1. Click on, point number 1, log into the Postman tool. Point number 1, or step 1, log into the Postman tool. Second step, click on import. Click on import. Click on import. Under that, you write on point number A. We can copy paste the curl URL, curl URL. I'll teach you what is curl URL next class. We can copy paste the curl URL, or we can select the file or a folder. Or we can select the file or a folder. Or select the file or folder. Select the file or folder. And then click on import. Then click on import. Then click on import. Then click on import. So this is about how to import and export. Next up, how to do the data-driven testing, which we have already discussed. Yes or no? Anybody tried how to do the data-driven testing? Did I share the file for data-driven testing? QC18. Let me share this file to all of you for data-driven testing. QC14. This file I'll send it to you. So, right, .csv. You can take this file and so you can upload this file to create multiple. For example, I want to create a multiple users. Yes, you can go to this API and you can perform data-driven testing. We tried here, right? When you want to create a more number of employees or more number of data in the server. So we achieve this through data-driven testing. So we have tried already. So we're using post request here in the body, in the request body. I have to enter the required details, and this name and roles I'm taking from where? I'm taking from where?
Employee.
From the
Employee document.
employee document, that is .csv file, .csv format file. So you can take it and you can run this collection. You can go and you can run this collection. Or you can run this folder also, run the folder. See here, when you choose the file now, select the file. Okay, so everything came here. Okay, now I'll go to the console and I'll clear. Nothing is there at this moment here. Nothing is there in the console. And I'll just run it. 9 iterations, run. I'll see all the requests hitting 201, 201, 201, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. Let me see in the middle one. But the response body, I'm sticking a name. So this is how you can go and run the data-driven testing. So why we use this data-driven testing means when we want to create a more number of resource in the server, we go with this data-driven testing. Now, right, how to do the data-driven testing using Postman tool. How to do the data-driven testing using Postman tool. Using Postman tool. Point number one. We have to create a particular collection. Step one, we have to create a particular collection or a particular folder in the collection or particular folder in the collection with a post request. We have to create a collection or a particular folder with a request, particular folder with a request in that collection, particular folder with a post request, particular folder with a post request in the collection, the post request in the collection. Collection, start. Next, we have to run that collection or we have to run that particular folder. We have to run that collection or we have to run that particular folder. We have to run that particular folder. We have to run that particular folder. Next point, third point. In the run configuration, we have to select the data file. In the run configuration, we have to select the data file which is in the form of .csv, which is in the form of .csv. And then we have to run that particular collection or folder request. And then we have to run that particular folder or a collection request. Stop. This is how we can achieve the data-driven testing. This is how we can achieve the data-driven testing. This is how we can achieve the data-driven testing. Okay. Note, note. The file format, it should be a notepad or comma separated value. The file format should be either notepad or comma separated value. See here, after selecting this data, are you able to see here? It is looking like a notepad file, right? But each and every name is separated with a comma. See here, in this way also you can save in the notepad and you can try. It will work. The file should be either notepad or comma separated format. We'll stop. If it is Excel file, it will not support. If it is Excel file, it will not support. Okay, next up. How to set the global variables in Postman tool heading. How to set the global variables in Postman tool. How to set the global variables in Postman tool. You go here directly, you can set from this particular environment. Let me close this. Okay, so I'll go to this particular collection. You can choose whatever the environment you want. Okay, I want to dev environment or QA environment, you can choose. And based on that environment, if you want to set as a global variable, yes, you can set. Or without environment also, you can go here, you can add global variables directly here. You can add global variables, whatever the name you want, you can set it here. For example, now I want to delete this. I'll delete. Save. As of now, I don't have any global variable. See here, I'll come back and see here, nothing is there. There is no global variables. I'll add on global variable. See now, I don't have any variable with a name called URL, capital URL. I don't have any global variable with the name URL. If I go to the dev and see, it is capital U, small RL. If I select a test Q environment, I have endpoint. I don't have a capital URL. So I want to access capital URL. Go here. For example, I want to access URL. So now I'm getting an error. See here, unresolved variable. Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to access global variable with a name called URL. So I want to set it here. I'll just go here. I'll say URL is, I'll take this. This is also one URL. You can use it for testing. I'll send it to you guys for a testing purpose. You can take this. API testing practice. You can play with this URL. So I will take that URL. I'll keep it here. Okay, perfect. Save. I've set as a global variable. Now I'll come back here. See now, it is referring which URL?
G global variable.
Global variable, it is a accessing. See here, scope is global.
Yes, sir.
So this is how you can go and set. Or you can write a script also here. Through the script, you can set here. For example, now I want to set. Okay, so which one is QC17? Is it okay? I'll just remove this. I will come back to your class folder, QC18. Okay. So now I want to create a global variable. Through this script also I can do it. Now if I see here, dev environment, okay, URL is there here, and QA environment, URL is same. Okay, so now I've set one global variable, but now I want to set another global variable name. What is another global variable name? So look at here, set as a global variable. I have an option here, set global variable. I can set here. I will say one name. Let us say name. And variable name, you can give Baswan Goda. Just an example. Baswan Goda. And when I hit this API, when I send it, yes, it is done it. And I'll go here. See, are you able to see that variable created? Read it or
Yes,
not?
sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
See, you can do it manually also. You can do it through automation. And always remember, 99% we will do it manually. But on a rare cases, you will do it through this code. Sir, do I need to remember this code? You don't have to remember. At least you should have a common sense. In the interview, they might ask, how do you set the global variable through script? You can tell, yes, Postman tool, it will give you code snippets, like using PM means postman dot globals dot set, where we can set the like name of that particular variable with that variable key we have to pass. So this will be stored in the form of key and value pair. So this is a key, name is a key, and this is a value. It will be stored in this format. Through this also you can set. Now understood how to set the global variable? Step one, write down. Step, okay. Point number one, manually, how to set global variable manually. Point number one, how to set global variable manually. Point number one, or step one, log into the Postman tool. Log into the Postman tool. Click on environment quick look. Click on step one, log into the Postman tool. Step two, click on environment quick look view. Step two, click on environment quick look view. Step three, there we have to go to globals. There we have to go to global section, globals section, GLOBALS, global section. There we can create the required variable name. There we can create the required variable name. Done?
Yes, sir.
Next, how to set it? How to set the global variable through script? How to set the global variable through script? Okay, you can write down. We have to go to step one. Step one, we have to go to the particular request. Step one. We have to go to particular request. Step one. Step two, select the scripts. Click on scripts. Click on scripts. And inside that script section, we have to write the following script. Copy paste this and you can write down the name, whatever you want to write. Key value.
Sir, what is key and value? Can you explain, sir?
What is that?
What is key and value? Can you explain, sir?
Key and value. See, that is a procedure to store the data. It is okay. Key means okay, whatever the name you want to give. Okay, now here I'm giving URL. See here, URL is a key, and this is value. So this can be changed in future. You can change it, right? URL can be edited. You can change it, but this becomes permanent. This name become permanent. This key you cannot change it, but values can be changed in future. That's why we go with the key value pair. when you are learning a programming language, either Java or Python, there you will understand there is a concept called dictionary in Python. There is a concept called map in Java. There you will understand what is key value pair. But here, as of now, just remember key means this is permanent. That's the name you are trying to give. And this is a value. You can change it in the future if you want. Because you are using this name wherever you want in the request. In future, if you change this URL, the same URL will be applicable to all the requests.
Okay, sir.
Completed. Next up, how do you get the APIs from the developers? This question is very, very important. How do you get the APIs from the developers? So there are two options. First one, option one. You can tell, see, when you're answering, the people should feel like you are a genuine fellow. See, when I was working in my project, so developer, he used to send me a API URL with the required data, for example, like status code, and he used to send the say response body. For example, now I want to test the API, for example, this get method. So developer, he will give this URL. This endpoint by default you'll be knowing reqres.in. If you're working in your project URL, you have to take that endpoint. So I'm just taking. So they'll give endpoint. I'll say API. Sorry, okay. They'll give URI. See, and I did not give a difference between URL and URI, right?
Yes, sir.
Did I give or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. See, URL means endpoint. URL means endpoint. So this is an application. Say mamaearth.com.in. This is URL. This is URL. Through this URL, I want to access face. Under that, multiple options will be there. So I will go here. I'll put a slash. And inside that, look at here, mamaearth.in, Mamaearth store. I'm going to the store. See here, I'm getting the details. Okay. Hello. It is giving you all the details. So I am accessing one resource, mamaearth_store. So this is a main URL, means the entire application. Under that, I am accessing one particular data, one particular member. That is URI. So this entire thing is URI. Uniform Resource Indicator means, okay, let me take a paint, a big pen. Okay, I'll take it here. So I'll just place here. Understand, look at here. So this is a big application. Okay, big application. Like example, you know, it's our India. Okay, in India, how many states we have? How many?
29.
28, huh?
29.
29.
29.
29. Paragila. Okay, 29. Okay. Each state, at least they are having around 30 districts or 28 districts or maybe 40 districts also. Yes or no? Approximately. Okay, na? Each state will be having their own districts. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Each district having their own villages. Okay, let us say each district has, okay, before we get into the village, we'll take talukas. Approximate how many taluk any district can have?
5.
At least 4 or 5 or 6, sometimes even 7 also. Like this. And each taluka will have village. Okay, I want to get my village name is Welcome Dini. Okay, I want to get the details of my village. So through India, okay, India under that state Karnataka. So look at here. So this is a main resource URL, and I'm accessing only my village details. Welcome Dini. That is a particular data URI. I'm coming back to URI now. This is a URL. Now I want to access only Welcome Dini details. So I will come to from India to Karnataka, from Karnataka to Raichur district, from Raichur to Sindanur Taluk, from Sindanur Taluk to There is a panchayat, say Ragal Parvi. Through that, I will be able to access this Welcome Dini village details. So like that, I'm going in detail and I'm accessing one particular data, one particular member. So that is about URI. It indicates a unique village detail, like say Welcome Dini, or it might be say in Tumkur there's a particular village. So when you want to access that particular resource, we go for URI. URL means the entire endpoint, uniform resource locator. URI means uniform resource indicator, that particular data, particular resource, we call it as URI. Now write down, what is the difference between URL and URI? What is the difference between URL and URI? Point number one, URL means uniform resource locator. URL means uniform resource locator. Uniform resource locator, where entire application resources will be stored. Where entire application resources will be stored. Resources means the data, whatever you're trying to access, that is a resource. Where entire application resources will be stored. Next, URI means uniform resource indicator. 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 Using this URI, we can access the particular resource. Using this URI, we can access the particular resource from the URL. Using this URI, we can access the particular resource in the URL. Completed? Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was talking about how do you get the APIs from the developer. Option 1. Developer will send you a endpoint. So you already know the URI. So he will give you an endpoint. Sometimes he will not give you an endpoint. You already know because you are testing the same application. Endpoint means URL of your application. Of your application. And then he will give a URI or he will give a request. He'll give a request. Example like this. I've given this URL, right? Let's just take this. See here, are you able to see that post? Name, public V2 users. He'll give you like this. You should not use this post. Here, you already know your endpoint. What is the endpoint of your application? This is your endpoint of your application. Okay, you have to take this endpoint. Come to the Postman tool. Assume that I want to create a data using post method. Create new resource in the server. Okay, so I'll take this URL. Okay, slash already is there. Now come back. Again, you should not copy paste the slash. Take from public slash v2 slash users. users, and go to that application. Okay, it will create a new new user. Okay, fine. Click here. So now you can see here, right? Resource https go rest.co.in/public v2 user. Click here. Okay, so this is how the data gets created. Okay, now if you want to create a user, you need to pass some details like this. I'll copy paste these details. Why we use post method? Why we use post method?
Okay.
To what? Why we use post method?
Create a new resource.
To create a resource.
Okay, directly can I create a resource without entering any payload details? What I have to do now in the post request? We have to enter the body payload.
Payload should be this.
We have to pass the payload here. Yes, I'm passing all the payload details. ID is there, name is there, then email is there. According to the JSON format, I'm sending the details. Okay, I want to create now. Let me save this and try. I'm getting, see here, 401 unauthorized. Why? Because if I want to work with this API, I have to authenticate myself. See here, get your access token. Okay, you need to log into Google or through GitHub. Okay, now I log in here. I will log into my personal, this one, tech training through this. I'll get on access, continue. I got one token. Are you able to see here? Token. Copy this token. If you want to work in this, go rest.co.in. There you have to follow this step. Go here. I'll go to authorization. Here I'll select a bearer token. Bearer token. Here I need to pass the token details. Paste it here. Save and send now. See here, 422 unprocessable entity. Why? Because this email ID has been taken already. I have to change a different email ID I have to use. I'll say Baswa_Gopal, something like this. Send. Now see here, 201 created.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whatever details you sent, is it created same details in the server?
Yes, sir.
If you don't pass ID, what happens? Let us see now. If I don't pass ID and already this email ID is created, I'll change your email ID now. Now, okay, now save, send. It will generate one new ID. See here, it is only generating a new ID. When ID gets generated, this data gets stored in the server. Okay, so whenever developer is sending the details for API testing, so what he will do, he will send the direct request. He's not going to send you this endpoint because endpoint you already know that you are working in the same application. So this is your endpoint. For this, you need to attach this /public. Make sure here if you're using / you should not copy paste the same / here. Only one / you should add, then that particular request. And then you need to enter the required API data. I'll come back here. So if you're using a post method, you have to pass the payload. If you're using get method, do you want to pass payload? Why we use get method?
Retrieve the information from the server.
To get the user details or to retrieve the information. For that, do you want to send any payload? Do you want to send a payload?
No, sir.
All right. So I'll just take this URL. I'll put it here. I have a double slash here. You need to remove one /. Save, send. It is fetching all the details here. Just now whatever the data is there for this particular ID. Now I want all the user details. I'll remove this ID and I want all the details. Run. It got all the details here. Yes or no? You want only this details. Mr. Bharadwaj Singh. Take this ID slash user ID send. Are you getting only 1% details?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
This is how we, okay, so developer, when he's sending a, how do you get the APIs from the developer? You can tell. So developer used to send us the endpoint with the request. Sometimes they'll send endpoint, sometimes they'll not send endpoint with the request. And here they told post, get, put, they will mention that. So post means by default, what is the status code?
201.
Create.
201.
200.
Status code, 201. Get means by default, what status code? Get. Which status code you got?
200.
200. So you know that, right? So that's a basic common sense. You're going as a 3 years experience. Whenever developer send the APIs for a testing, so he will send you the request along with that name. And if it is post, he will give you some data because we passed the payload, no? He will give a payload also. And you have to check when you're doing a API testing, what you want to check in the Postman tool. I've given an answer. What do you check?
Content type.
Response body first. Next, header in the header section, content type. Next, status code. Then cookies if required. Then response time and test result. This question I've already given with answer. If you don't answer, they will throw you out in the interview. So option one, how do you get the APIs from the developer? You tell. So developer, he will send us the endpoint with the request. So we will take that endpoint with the request. If it is post method, they will give you a payload. Otherwise, they will send us the endpoint with the request. Endpoint with the request. So we will do the API testing in the Postman tool. So while testing, I will check the response body, header in the header content type, and then test result. If I have written a script, then I'll check the cookies. And then status code, this is very, very important. Then test like response time. All these things you need to answer. This is option one. Yes, somebody has raised the hand. Please. Any
Test
question?
scripts also. Test scripts.
Yes,
Test
if-
scripts are written, content type also.
If test scripts are written, then only test result will come. If you're not written script, result will not come. So body, cookies, in the header, content type. Here, content type. And then test result. If you would have written a script here, then only result will come. It's optional. It's not mandatory. It's optional. 99% we will not use it. But some rare cases, some company, they'll use it. I'm teaching you advanced level also. Then status code, response time. Clear? All of you? Still doubt?
So clear.
Okay. So tomorrow I will continue this option 2 also, and option 1 also I'll give a notes tomorrow. And then I will teach you API chaining, API authorization, how to write a test cases. Tomorrow I will finish the API testing. So tomorrow will be your last day of your API class. Okay. And as we have planned already, this batch will start from tomorrow morning onwards. I'm going to share these details to Gautam. Share the invitation. Okay, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ನೀವೇ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. whoever you want to choose, you can choose. Sincere effort ಹಾಕಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 20 to 25 days maximum. Then you'll get a result. If you don't put effort now, trust me, mark my words, even though if you get a call from Naukri, you will not be able to clear the interview. So first, my request is brush up all the manual API mobile application testing, SQL. They ask you, you yourself ask a question. Can you tell me all the ADB commands? Can you tell me how to install the ADB commands? Or can you tell me how to install Android Studio? Or can you please tell me what are all the types of mobile application we have? You guys only take initiative and ask questions and revise the topic. Project related, how to speak, I will teach you later. As of now, you finish this. And browser stack tool and Charles proxy, I will finish it within 10-15 days. Meanwhile, you finish these topics. At 6:30, right? 6:30 and 6 a.m. Okay, I'll stop the recording.